Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news with Persistent Universe and Squadron 42 Project and Roadmap Progress, a summary of Around the Verse, Reverse the Verse, the CIG weekly newsletter, and the rest of the week's news. This time for the week ending the 17th of March 2019. Alpha 3.5 is about to go to first Wave PTU, and there is a St. Patrick's Day sale too. This week's RSI weekly newsletter reads, Dear Citizen, with the final round of the new flight model testing now in the hands of the EVOCATI, wider PTU access is imminent. Meanwhile, the time has come to once again gather around and bask in the warm glow of the Persistent Universe monthly report. Want to know what all our global studios have been up to for the last month? Look no further. Also this week, get nerdy with the rabidly dedicated gamers of Marine One, go green with a limited edition Urza Rover Fortuna, party for prizes with your fellow community members, and head down the holiday road on ATV. I will link the newsletter and everything we talk about down below. I do have videos on pretty much all of those subjects. This week's sneak peek was that of ArcCorp Area 18's Plaza. There were some other cool pics too of that plaza, and Stella Fortuna, the sort of like St. Patrick's Day festival, the Urza Fortuna, and Emerald Connie 2, which we will come to in a minute. Roadmap update. So Alpha 3.5.0 is about to go to first wave PTU, probably anytime next week. Hopefully it should make it by next weekend. Doesn't mean it will, but that looks like the sort of aim for it. This means that the patch won't be locked to NDA'd EVOCATI anymore, and we can start talking about the additions, flight model, and more, and actually showing footage, screenshots, and that sort of stuff that aren't just some sort of weird leaks on Reddit. For the Persistent Universe Q1 release, many tasks are now ready, almost ready, or in polishing for Alpha 3.5. ArcCorp and its moons are complete, and they are now finishing off Area 18 and the spaceport area. The DNA feature, ship AI combat improvements, the 300i base, the Reliant variants, the Castek Arms Coda pistol, Gemini S71 assault rifle, new flight model, projectile manager, hard service shader, improvements, and the network object container streaming stall fixes are completed, while the vehicle radar version 2, ship system degradation improvements, and group system improvements v4 are all in polishing. Female characters, the heat system, scanning HUD improvements, quantum travel improvements, vehicle tech updates, VoIP and FOIP improvements v3, Tachyon Singe Cannon for the new Banu ship, which isn't in 3.5 anymore, the Defender, it's now in 3.6, but that Singe Cannon looks like it's still in 3.5 for some reason. The GT870 Tarantula and 300 series variants, as well as missions on ArcCorp, have all made significant progress. I suspect they will all be done or in polishing next week. In regard to Squadron 42 Episode 1 progress for Q1, which is the end of March, Player Jump version 2 has been delayed to Q2, which is the end of June, and Vehicle Scanning V2 is actually complete now. For Quarter 2, Fuel Mechanics V2 is actually already completed. I thought it was just odd, so I've mentioned it there. For Q3, AI Usables V2 and FPS combat weapon types, as well as Power Systems V2, have had additional tasks added to them. So they are effectively bulking out slightly because they've identified some extra things they need to do for them. Q3 for sort of CIG is kind of between end of September, end of October, sort of like that period of October. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what Q3 means for them. But that's more Persistent Universe related anyway, because we won't see this stuff in game typically until Squadron 42 is out, or the item is subsumed into the Persistent Universe, which would be on the Persistent Universe's timetable anyway. Q4, which is end of December, end of the year, has seen progress on the Vandal Void Bomber and the Bengal military carrier, which is very exciting, that super carrier. Squadron 42 Episode 1 is a collection of 28 chapters that are missions, scenes, or major parts of that game, and they are listed on the roadmap in addition to its composite features. These are also tracked and go through various stages from white box to grey box to production to polish, and then completion as well, and then they go through various setup to playable phases with each of those stages as well. So chapter 17 and 18, white box playable and narrative phases respectively, have been completed. Chapter 13, 15, 18 and 22's white box playable stage has been delayed to Q2, so June, from Q1. Chapter 25's white box narrative has also had the same treatment, pushing it back to Q2. So little tiny delays there, hopefully little tiny delays there that won't have too much of a knock-on process with Squadron 42. It still looks like they are planning it to be in beta Q2 of 2020. Around the verse, so let's do a quick summary of the official CIG shows. They showed off some of the adverts and neon signage that's going to be in Alpha 3.5 around Area 18 on ArcCorp. Some ads will be animated holograms, and there's a lot of different logos and interesting ads there. The projectile manager is used to optimize and streamline projectiles, so they use less system resources and makes the game able to have these giant space battles. They have 12 to 15 holidays planned for in-game events and lore, some of which are based on current holidays, including Stella Fortuna, which is St. Patrick's Day, Triggerfish, April Fools, and Pax Humana, sort of a mixture of humanity coming together, and Veterans Day. Reverse the Verse looked at what the sort of IT devs did across the studios. Their IT team is relatively small, and they have members on call like 24 hours a day because of that. They are integral for getting events like CitizenCon set up, but also in the studios, getting PCs working, the network stuff working, demos set up, the builds out to everyone. They talked about what sort of dev PC specs they have, and there's a range of sort of PCs they work with. They got a new PC build for CitizenCon 2018, and some of the devs are using them. They are i7 8086Ks, which are pretty similar to 8700Ks, but with a potentially better overclock. I believe they are clocked at 5 gigs, 32 gigs of RAM, an Asus TUF motherboard, assumedly Z370 chipset, but not confirmed. The systems are water-cooled, they have Optane drives, and a mixture of video cards to give a good sort of cross-reference of what the community might be using, because they do have a reasonable amount of hardware on hand to be able to test certain things with different hardware and fix stuff. They do try to have different motherboards, processors, and systems too, mixed in with the rest of those systems. They update hardware as and when necessary. This can typically be before a major show like Gamescom or CitizenCon. Game and dev build-wise, storage speed, latency are all issues that they have with getting new builds out, both internally and externally, updating the game and stuff. Copy build helped a lot. This sends out the latest builds, but only the sort of like updated changes in any build for quicker deployment. These builds go out peer-to-peer as well and are grabbed by the closest source, which obviously helps a lot. They use Cisco systems for their infrastructure, and 50% or more is Linux-based servers. They use Perforce as their update and planning management software. It keeps track of all the revisions they do to files and makes archives of the previous versions and stuff so they can grab it back whenever they need it. There is also a St. Patrick's Day sale and Stella Fortuna celebration. Luck is in the air all around the verse, and as you gather your closest cohorts for copious merriment, we tip our caps to you and your accomplishments. Here's to you and new discoveries. Here's to fate ever smiling upon you, and here's to the opportunity to commemorate the occasion with friends, frivolity, and frothy beverages. Get into the spirit with the limited edition commemorative green and gold vehicles, and show us how to celebrate in a revelrous contest. There is a limited edition green Urza Rover Fortuna on sale for $50 to $55. It's only available as an upgrade. The $50 version is Warbond, which means you can't use store credits, and comes with lifetime insurance. There was also a Fortuna Deluxe pack for $395. They've sold out, and they contained an Urza Rover Fortuna and the Constellation Phoenix Emerald. These vehicles are just skin variants though, please bear that in mind. The Fortuna will be available in Alpha 3.5, and you can buy it as an upgrade as well. You can upgrade from the store to the Urza Rover Fortuna currently. Also, for RSI subscribers, the Anvil Hawk is currently on flash sale for $100. There is an official St. Patrick's Day Stella Fortuna screenshot contest as well. Raise a glass to another year of revelry, success, and prosperity. Just don't forget to invite us. Throughout the weekend, we want you to share your most outrageous in-game party picks and the inevitable FOMO, fear of missing out, of your fellow citizens is the tip of the iceberg. That's right, the most provocative party purveyors have the chance to win fabulous prizes. So what are you waiting for? Drape yourself in green and gold regalia and get a groove on and show the rest of the verse what they're missing this weekend. Who knows? Fortune could smile upon you. So I'll give you a quick rundown of the competition. There are some prizes. First place is for a Constellation Emerald standalone with lifetime insurance. That's the Phoenix. Second place is the Mustang Delta Standalone, and third place is an Urza Rover Fortuna. They all have lifetime insurance. You are allowed multiple entries. Post-processing effects are allowed. This includes third-party add-ons like Photoshop and Reshade or whatever. Screenshots should include depictions of celebration for St. Patrick's Day. Only the person posting the screenshot can win a prize. Contest ends on the 18th of March at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. I'll link the rules and thread where you're supposed to post those entries below, and you can read more if you wish. And that's it for this week's news. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, then please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Every month we have a ship giveaway. This month, by popular demand again, it's for an Anvil Carrack. This time sponsored by Forgotten Heralds, a lawful private military company with a history grounded in UEE military service. They are recruiting at the moment and are a good choice for both veteran and new players alike. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that Carrack, though, is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my Star Citizen videos made during this month. Links to more info on Forgotten Heralds and full details of the giveaway down below. If you don't have a gaming PC yet or you are upgrading, instead consider Shadow Cloud Gaming. They allow you to leverage the powers of the internet to stream a high-spec Windows 10 environment to any other PC, Mac, or device like a smartphone or tablet. It is working really well in Star Citizen's 3.4 branch, and be sure to use the code BoredGamer if you do decide to check it out to get a discount. Links below. This channel exists because of its community. If you wish to support the channel further, below there are links to Patreon, Subscribestar, and there's the YouTube channel memberships, literally the join button below this video. VIPs do get some exclusive stuff and early content as a thank you as well. If you have any feedback, suggestions, or just want to say hi, please drop a comment below or poke me on discord.gg/BoredGamer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.